Hey guys, welcome back to another video, and today this is my first update video. So I'm going to be teaching you how to make this cool Clone Trooper blaster. So the pieces that you're going to need for this is one Lego blaster, one small piece from like a gift card or anything that's spare, just some spare plastic. Just cut it to a small rectangle piece like this. Then some tools that you're gonna need. You're gonna need some paint, a paintbrush, giant scissors, some tweezers, some super glue, and what I like to use some fingernail clippers because they can cut through plastic pretty easily, but just make sure it's not too thick of a plastic. So first off, you're gonna take your blaster and you're gonna cut the scope off. So be very careful so you don't cut your fingers. So I cut the scope off, and now I have the scope here, which I'm going to be using later on. And so now you see that you have some plastic up here. We're going to be taking the fingernail clippers, and you can cut that bit off, just a bit. Use the fingernail clippers to cut that down. Then you're going to use the nail file or anything that you have that you can sand with, and sand that down. So now that you have that all sanded down, the back part you're going to need that cut off. So you're going to take your scissors again and be very, very careful. And so you're going to cut sort of at a diagonal line, sort of like this. So when you cut down, it's a little bit difficult, but see, I got it cut down nice at a diagonal line. And you have this piece left that you don't need, so you can just throw that away. So yeah, and again, you're going to use your form of sanding and sand that down. So now I have that all sanded down, and it looks very, very nice. Now the next part you are going to cut off is the under part right here. You're going to cut that down. So this is where fingernail clippers come in handy. So you can just like clip here ever so slightly. So I'm going to take this fingernail clippers, put it right there, and I'm going to cut again. Then I'm going to go under and cut over the top, and then again we're going to sand this down flat. So now that we have that sanded off and clipped off, that's going to be your general shape of the blaster. And I would keep this for a step that's going to be coming very soon, or you don't have to, but that's what I recommend. So now moving on to the scope. See, the reason why we need the scope is it's going to go under right here. So we're going to take the fingernail clippers and we're going to cut this part off. So we got that cut. So that's good. And so now we got 2 little small pieces there. And so now comes on to the gluing part. So we're also going to put this small gray piece right here. So first off, you're going to take your tweezers, put your scope in the tweezers, take your blaster, and my mistake for putting in your 2 tweezers, but you're going to have this, and so you're gonna take this, glue it a bit, so once you got the glue on there, you're gonna take your blaster and you're going to put this at an angle, and sometimes you have to glue it down multiple times, and it's fine if you have to do that, which I might. See, I have too much showing through, so what I'm going to do is, if you have a problem like this, take it off, take the fingernail clippers and this part, clip right here, that part off, so now it looks a little more clean. And then for the scope, you're going to clip off maybe some excess plastic that you don't need, that may be stopping you from gluing these 2 pieces together. So once you have that, you're going to take your tweezers, pick this up, put just a little more glue. So we got that. Got our blaster here. And we're going to glue it right there at an angle. Have it sticking out a bit. So, yeah. So now we have that part glued on. The blaster is coming together very, very well. So, next part, we're going to have to cut this into 2 pieces. You can use whichever one, but the reason why I said keep this is because if you mess up, you have another one that you can use. So if you lose it or anything like that, we'll have another one. So now I cut these into 2 pieces. Gonna take the tweezers, put them in, put the pieces in. You can hold it however you want. So, see, I dropped that piece on purpose because now I can't find it. So, then we can use this. See, it's all just like part of a strategy. So, there we go. We have all of these pieces here. So let's take this one, glue it, so we take this, glue it on a bit. So I actually have a little puddle of super glue that I'm using for this. So we're gonna put it at an angle. put it right here. Press against it pretty hardly. So there, you got your first one on, and you're going to do the exact same thing with the other piece. So, gonna take the piece, put it in the super glue, and we're putting it at an angle. So don't worry if it's loosely on there. It will harden after a bit. So that's a good tip. So don't just keep on messing around with it. Just let it sit. So now to the final piece we're gluing. I'm gonna take this, put a little glue on it at the bottom. So we got that. Then what's good? There's a little indent in the gun. You just put it towards the back, like that, and let the glue do its work. And then the next step after this dries is to paint. So now that we have the gun all ready, we're gonna take our black paint, just pour just a tiny bit. I'm using a little more black paint because I'm going to be making multiples of these. So just gonna take a little paint, brush it on, and just get it to where you think you've done a nice job. Get it to your standards. And so, yeah, I got it painted. And this is what it should turn out to look like when it's dry. So guys, I got this painted, and this is what it should look like when it's done. And I hope that this video helps you making your clowns, because it's pretty simple. All you need is a blaster, these supplies that I showed you earlier in the video, and this. That's all you need to make one of these custom clone blasters that look epic. So yeah guys, thank you for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe.